is Joy, coming to you live in Riley's mind. Make some noise!
With Inside Out 2 on the horizon, we're about to see joy, sadness, anger, fear, and disgust go through huge changes as Riley grows into a teenager and experiences even more emotions than she has before. Here's everything we know.
Sadness is in the house! It's anger!
Let me at him!
Held in high regard by millions for its sensitive and genuine depiction of the emotions that kids experience, this film truly connected with families worldwide, as it appears that Disney and Pixar has found the perfect combination to make this film work. 8 years later, fans have been even more excited for the upcoming sequel, which will be released exclusively in theaters on June 14, 2024. Summertime is the ideal time for some of Disney's biggest hits to be released, and this comes nearly exactly 9 years after the first one's release. According to recent news, a full-length Inside Out 2 trailer has been revealed as the movie's release date approaches. In addition to the typical challenges of growing up, the teaser depicts conflict within Riley's emotional zone as the more complex emotions overshadow the initial feelings. The original production's outstanding voice cast, which included a wide range of well-known actors putting forth some of their best work, was an important factor in its success.
Gotta get our mouth guard, people!
Fear! No, that's not ours!
Consequently, fans have been inquisitive about the precise cast members making a comeback in the follow-up, as well as potential newcomers. First and foremost, Amy Poehler will return to play Joy, the main character. Caitlin Diaz, Phyllis Smith, Lewis Black, and Diane Lane will also return as Riley, Sadness, Anger, and Riley's mother, respectively. Notably, Liza Lapira and Tony Hale will replace Mindy Kaling and Bill Hader, who played Disgust and Fear in the original film. Furthermore, the Inside Out 2 trailer has revealed Riley's new headmates, hinting at several new emotions that Pixar has planned. As a result, a whole new cast of emotions will have to share headquarters with joy, sadness, anger, disgust, and fear. Each of them should bring with it new challenges for the group to overcome. As the first Inside Out movie showed, growing pains are part of experiencing some emotions, particularly for those that are associated with the big, bad, and terrifying puberty. The beginning of puberty is promised by Riley's new plot in Inside Out 2, and the trailer delivers on this promise.
Glad to have her on our team. Our little girl's growing up so fast. Ow. Sorry.
Once the headquarters has been completely dismantled, anxiety, an orange emotion with wild hair and eyes, presented itself to the group. This is an appropriate first new character after puberty, since an adolescent's life is usually filled with uncertainty at this point, and worrying about how things will turn out is a common part of maturing into an adult. Anxiety hinted at the kinds of concerns this new character will introduce to Riley's story, sharing their desire to make a strong first impression. Inside Out 2's full trailer expanded on anxiety's persona by indicating that this new feeling sparks a minor rebellion against joy and other emotions. Seeing that Riley's future is something to worry about, anxiety puts joy, sadness, fear, anger, and disgust in a jar and labels them as suppressed emotions. In the end, this implies that anxiety will play a somewhat antagonistic role in Inside Out 2, despite their cute and flustered appearance.
Hello? I'm Anxiety. Where can I put my stuff?
A new emotion.
As Envy, the small green monster who is a confirmed new emotion for the sequel, Iowa Debris joined the Inside Out 2 voice cast. That charming teal character is a little different from what comes to mind when thinking about this emotion. This new feeling seems to give at things in a tiny, insecure way, as opposed to being a furious, burning envy. Given that Riley is shown in the Inside Out 2 teaser as desiring to be like the cool teens on our hockey team, this fits her puberty rather well, and envy appears to be the root cause of this behavior in Pixar's sequel. The Inside Out emotions were taken aback by the name ennui, but luckily the character was there to explain the meaning in a patronizing way. Ennui, a fancy word for boredom, is portrayed by the French actor Adele in Inside Out 2, and she appears to be the cause of Riley's parents' unavoidable teenage boredom. Ennui was seen giving their fellow headmates a well-timed eye roll and aimlessly scrolling through their phone during their brief appearance on the screen in the trailer. Joy will undoubtedly have difficulty with this character. Paul Walter Hauser's character Embarrassment makes a slightly more endearing addition to Riley's head in Inside Out 2. In Inside Out 2 teaser, this big fella who preferred to hide behind his drawn-up hood is seen clumsily fumbling with joy as they attempt to greet one another. Once more, embarrassment is an ideal addition to a mind that has been affected by puberty. Riley's withdrawal from her former friends appears to be caused by this new emotion, as the teaser suggests that she no longer thinks they are cool enough.
What's your name, big fella?
That's embarrassment.
Welcome to headquarters, embarrassment.
The teaser for Inside Out 2 indicates that the film is already doing a good job of capturing Riley's puberty story. It can be so difficult to tackle something so delicate and intimate in a children's film, but Pixar is demonstrating that it has the right strategy. Crazy Train, an Ozzy Osbourne song, is used in the trailer to allude to the emotions of losing it and craziness. These are typical feelings during puberty because many people may think they are the only ones going through the challenging changes that come with growing up. Still, other things truly do justice to that experience aside from the song. Riley's braces and the obscene mouthguard scene, for instance, contribute to the setting and illustrate how uncomfortable these times can be for a lot of people. The onset of anxiety also emphasizes how challenging the strong emotions that go along with the physical changes can be.
Nope, going high. Oh, you got a real sweaty palm there, buddy.
As Riley gets older and closer to adulthood, the more developed emotions will try to take over her sensitive and impressionable childhood. This is implied by the way that anxiety in the teaser literally bottles up the original emotions, including joy. It appears that joy and the original cast of emotions will attempt to overcome the approaching mature emotions as a clever allegory for losing one's youthful autonomy and innocence. In Inside Out 2, anxiety appears to be leading the new group of emotions, which may present joy with her greatest obstacle. Puberty often signals the arrival of a new spectrum of emotions. For this reason, Inside Out 2's inclusion of characters like anxiety makes perfect sense for a film about puberty. Anxiety increases in young adults as they start to become more conscious of who they are and worry about fitting in. The fact that Riley experiences anxiety out of the blue illustrates how startling the transition from childhood to adolescent emotions can be, and is more proof that Inside Out 2 will do a decent job of faithfully and truthfully capturing the experience. Riley may be complaining about the passing of her innocent joy as she transitions from a child's perspective to an adolescent one, which is considerably more concerned with appearances. In Inside Out 2, anxiety and embarrassment ought to go hand in hand, while boredom and envy should put forth a lot of effort to repress the more primal, instinctive emotions such as sadness, anger, and fear.
We wanted to make such a good first impression.
What do you mean, we?
I'm Envy.
Inside Out's predecessor, which concluded with an epilogue-style final scene set a year after the main plot of the film and already showed 12-year-old Riley adjusting to her new surroundings, left viewers wondering if Inside Out 2 would move on immediately from there. But given Riley's age at the end of the first movie and the start of this one, we predict Inside Out 2 will be a direct continuation of the previous one. It makes sense that Riley would have transitioned into her next most difficult stage as a teenager, given how brilliantly Inside Out handles the emotions of an 11-year-old. Based on the newly prevalent emotions, it appears that the physiological difficulties that come with our most formidable adolescent years will be met head-on. Whether in the past, present, or future, this time in our lives is crucial to who we are as families around the globe, and it frequently coincides with some of the most emotionally trying times of our lives. With the current awareness and conversation related to mental health at its most optimistic ever, Pixar is likely to do just as a wonderful job tackling this subject as it did in the first film, and Inside Out 2 looks like it'll be a truly touching film. Although focusing on a teenager seems like the most logical direction for the series to go, it may prove risky for the Pixar brand, as the most emotionally turbulent time in a person's life is during adolescence. After nearly 9 years of waiting for an Inside Out sequel, Inside Out 2 must be careful in how it handles the more delicate parts of youth and how it will captivate audiences with Riley's adolescent years. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.
I'm just curious, maybe I could
Thank you,
help.
not now.
Yeah, yeah.